The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1 is directed by Francis Lawrence, stars Jennifer Lawrence, Josh Hutcherson, Liam Hemsworth, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Julianne Moore, and Woody Harrelson. This one takes place right after Catching Fire, when Katniss gets taken out of the arena by Philip Seymour Hoffman and Woody Harrelson, who are actually in league with the rebellion. Turns out District 13, which was the district that was thought to have been nuked by the Capitol that started this whole Hunger Games thing to begin with during that Civil War, is actually still around, just deep underground. They've been waiting and waiting for a rebellion, and because of Katniss, a rebellion is finally able to start. And they want Katniss to be their symbol, their Mockingjay. Julianne Moore plays the leader of this rebellion, and she does a fantastic job in being a character that you know that you probably can't really trust. She seems very suspicious. They really played that well in the last one with Finnick and Philip Seymour Hoffman's character, and here they do it really well again. And finally here, I can talk about a character who, if you've been a fan of the Hunger Games movies or books and have been watching my reviews, you've probably been wondering why I haven't mentioned this character before. Gale! Liam Hemsworth's character. Gale is one of Katniss's best friends from back in District 12. He was in the other two films, but in the first one, he does nothing. He's not a necessary character to even be there, really. He has maybe one or two scenes of importance, but he leaves no impression. Catching Fire, I think he does one thing, but that's about it. Again, doesn't leave much of an impression. But here we finally get to see him do some stuff. He goes with Katniss to one of the districts, District 8, where she wants to see some of the wounded who have been fighting the rebellion. Fighting with the rebellion, not fighting against the rebels. There he actually does something when some of the Capitol's planes come and bomb the city, and he starts shooting at them with Katniss. And that's a nice little moment for him. It's not even that he's not really well established. That's a big problem, but my biggest problem is that he is miscast. Liam Hemsworth is terrible in these movies. Maybe he's good in other stuff. I don't know. I haven't honestly seen him in a whole lot. But in these movies, he's so terribly miscast. He's not charismatic. He doesn't have any sort of presence on screen. He has these moments with Katniss where Jennifer Lawrence is doing her best, but he's giving her nothing to work off of. And she really has to carry those scenes. I feel bad for her as an actress. There's good character development for a lot of the other characters, like Prim. We saw her a bit in Catching Fire again, but here she's starting to do stuff. She's also pretty rebellious. It's nice seeing her and Katniss's bond a little more fleshed out in this movie. They have some great scenes together. Also, Finnick has more character development in this movie, and that's nice to see, because I actually like that character a lot in Catching Fire. He was great there. He's great here. Just a fun, good presence for these movies. That's really all this movie is. It's a setup for part 2. It really does feel like a book that was split in two, and that is a huge downside for this movie. I feel like they could have done it in one movie. The other two were about 2 hours and 20 minutes, so honestly, just give like 30 more minutes to this movie, and you'd probably have a fine movie. If this movie was 3 hours, I wouldn't complain if it was the whole book. Although I will say I have of two minds on that, because at least when you split this book in two, it does let you put a bit more of the character development that may have been in the books for the other two, but just they didn't have time, and put it here so that we can at least get to know these characters a little more, considering this is leading up to the final film. So that being said, I do enjoy this movie, even though this review is like reviewing half of a book, exactly like reviewing half of a book. It's still an enjoyable half. I like the way they did the exposition. They kept it entertaining enough. I like the way they developed the other characters, the way they showed the rebellion. So I'm going to give this movie 4 out of 5 stars. Alright, that concludes all my reviews of the previous Hunger Games movies. And next is, of course, Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2. So excited to get that review out to you guys. So if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe. See ya.